So hi friends, this video I am going to share the informations needed for H1B Dropbox or in case other Dropbox also for US visa if you are planning to apply in Chennai. As we know that recently the travel docs has introduced the change that the visa for the Dropbox has to be applied either in Chennai or Hyderabad as it's a centralized processing. But I don't see a appointment in Hyderabad when I checked the open slots, but I do see slots in Chennai. So I thought I'll record a video on what are the process, what are the facilities available, so what do's and don'ts. So that would be helpful for you if you are traveling anywhere from India. So Dropbox is an option which is used to skip the appointment. So when you apply for the visa, when you do the payment, it's going to ask you 6 to 7 questions. If your answer was yes to all those questions, then you would be getting eligibility to apply in the Dropbox. So some of the questions would be: do you have a existing visa, expired or current visa, and was a visa issued after your 14th birthday, was it issued after 2008, like that. Some 6 questions would be there. I will be covering that in a separate video. If your Dropbox is scheduled, you have paid the visa fees and schedule. So for H1B, the list of documents they would be asking as per the email confirmation you have got is your petition, which is I-797, copy of it, and your employment agreement letter, which is the offer letter from your employer, US employer, and then the client letter. But mostly they don't ask the client letter and the offer letter, but anyway it is good to carry. And then your DS 160 confirmation printout and the Dropbox schedule confirmation printout. So these are the 5 documents which are needed. Apart from that, you would be required to carry a photograph with white background 2x2. That is the specification. Okay, so you have scheduled Dropbox and you have selected a slot time. My advice would be to be there as early as possible, as there is no strict timing for the Dropbox in the Chennai. They leave you as soon as you come in. They may ask you to wait outside the building for 5 or 10 minutes, but as depending on the crowd, if you don't have much crowd, then they would be calling well ahead, because Dropbox is something we are going to just drop the papers and come back. It's going to take like hardly 2 to 3 minutes per person. So outside there is no parking, inside there is no parking, but if you come by car, if you're traveling from airport or nearby hotel, you can come by taxi, take a taxi and come. So you can ask them to wait and you can go inside. But if you come by private vehicle, you don't have a proper parking. You have to search for a parking in the nearby streets, and wherever you have place, you have to park your own vehicle and come. So that's with respect to the parking. For Dropbox, you are allowed to carry your bag, and the basement you have a private locker. They may charge you around somewhere around 300 or so. It's costly there, but it is allowed. The baggages are allowed, but if you are traveling from outside and you are planning to directly leave from here, then you may take the private locker and keep your belongings there. At the basement you have everything, from locker, printout, Xerox, photos, everything you have. All in all, complete service is there, but it would be very, 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 very high. Let me just give you a caution there. But at worst case, you have everything there. So you have everything there. They will take care of everything in a neat way. Okay, so you go inside. They will be doing first the appointment check at the security, the timing, and then they will let you in. You go stand in a line in the first floor, and first floor they will ask you to segregate. One in Dropbox queue, other is the biometric queue. For Dropbox, you don't need a biometric. You would be aware of that. So from the Dropbox view, they will ask you to go to the second floor. In the second floor, there would be a person checking your belongings to check you have a pen drive, a hard disk, or electronic gadgets. Also, you should be switching off the phones as soon as you enter. And in the second floor, you would be again made to wait in another queue. So when your turn comes, you have to go to the consulate person, and not consulate person, the VAC person who is taking care of. They would be asking your 797B, they will be checking your existing visa, they will be double checking in the system whether the data is right or not. They will be checking the DS 160 confirmation, and then when everything is good, they will be checking the photograph. Photograph, a word of caution, ensure that there is no green mark in the photo, or you have the correct white background, the printout is correct. Just ensure that it is right. But what I heard was, for most of the cases they were sent back telling that the photo is not right, and they were asked to retake. So they came down. The photo charges are 300 rupees for 6 photos, which comes around 50 per photo, and you would be getting only 6 photos. You cannot take one photo. So be prepared to take your photo once again. Even though you have taken in a proper studio, well advanced studio with proper thing, you cannot argue with them. If they ask you to take a photo, you have to come down, retake your photo and go up. And retaking the photo is very easy. They would give in 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. That is why I asked you to go earlier, as early as can. You have to go there, so that you finish all these formalities, go there. The last thing which should be blocking you is your photo. So if your appointment is at, let's say, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and once you finish all the formalities, go to the consulate person, and they reject your photo, you would not have time, because 4:30 they will be closing. So it is better to go early. If you are in doubt, what I would tell is, as soon as you enter, you go to their photo studio, which is at the bottom, and just take a photo, and then you go up, just to be on a safer side. If you are having morning appointments, no issues, you will have ample time. But you are having 4 o'clock or 4:30, the last appointment, better to take a photo and then go up, because you will not have sufficient time. You may not have sufficient time to do a retake, and then when you go up, by the time you go up, it would be closed. That's about the photo. I said about the documents, I said about the place, and I said about the cost. And once everything is done, they would collect your passport, and they will give a seal in the confirmation. In the appointment confirmation, they will give a seal, and they will, depending on pickup or courier, you would be getting your passport back, and you can check the status online. So that was a quick information on the H1B Dropbox, or any Dropbox in the VAC Chennai. So if you have some questions, do let me know in the comments. I hope this video was informative, and at least few of you were able to get some information on whatever you were needing for. So I'll catch you up in another video. Do take care of your health. Take care. Bye bye.